understand what's happening. Hey, welcome to stockmarketfunding.com. Dow. Here, we're down over 300 points on the opening bell, all contributed to degrees. So, for the people that thought that the capitulation was funny and made little comments on our thing, well, hey, I don't think you have a clue of what capitulation means. Nor do I think that most of the population has ever understood or lived through a capitulation. And when that capitulation factor happened right here in that intraday, everybody thought that that was quite funny. Yeah, and you had the big up move. Here, let's talk about it. Right here. That was a capitulation down move, and here you are, right there, right back within that capitulation. And the thing about it is, as I said on our website on April 24th, for the people that wanted to lollygag when we were telling investors to clear out of this market, go look and see our evidence. It's on our website, people. And the thing about it is, I will bet my last dollar to my name that everybody thinks they know what capitulation is. I don't think so. That was an intraday capitulation, and you're right back down here, back in filling that original capitulation. And what we're going to be telling people is that if you go back to stockmarketfunding.com, and I hope you do, and I hope for the people that are looking at getting good at the market, that it's you folks that are willing to understand the market, is that we are only on a daily percent DS at 41.40. And what I want people to know is that simple daily moving average is what the public looks like. What we're going to be looking at, if there's going to be a bottom for you, what's going to end up happening is that this number, this negative number right here on the Dow, and all of these indexes, because these are technical stop market orders that people get triggered out. Once they're triggered out of the way, you would know that, just like when I called the bottom on 228 of 2010, that this number actually would turn positive on the day. And that is what you would be looking for to know that this capitulation bottom has any merit or any support. And that when markets make bottoms, just like we told you on our homepage on stockmarketfunding.com, yeah, you didn't hear me stutter. And if you're in denial, then go back and look on April 24th and before that, when I talked about the indexes were putting in a top and they were going to reverse, just as I did on January 10th. Now, for the people that aren't in denial, you can benefit. And if you listen and follow carefully, you can benefit. We're not here to tell you things that aren't going to happen, but tell you before they're going to happen. And what the characteristics of a bottom in the Dow is going to be, that when you capitulate a bottom and or back in fill one, you need to see what we call the SMF knife hook low. You put in the low and that's it. And then several days thereafter, you look at where that low is finally put in or that low is tested. What's happening here on the Dow right now is that the 200-day simple moving average, the regular public looks at that. There are stop loss markets electronically out there that triggers that. Once that process is over, you make, to confirm a low, you have to bounce up and go into positive territory here, or close down maybe 20 points. That's one of the contributing factors. And it's where that once the sellers have been taken out, that's part of a bottom. It's called a recapitulation bottom in just a regular normal market. Not like, and it would look like this wick over here. That we would find a wick and we would grow and we would have a nice wick. And the problem with the public is they need to know how a bottom would be put in, just like we call the top on our stockmarketfunding.com website. We've got a complete history there. And we narrated it out and we traded it out just like I'm telling you here. So good luck to you. If I were you, I'd be coming back and looking at a whole lot more. And the thing about it is, when markets tend to see to overshoot to the downside, just as they overshoot to the upside, is that the seller will overreact and buyers get exuberant and overreact and chase markets. This is the technical area called standard technical area that the public looks at. And so what? The thing that you want to know is that you're looking for this wick sometime today. And that's how markets start to put in bottoms within their cycle range. So when we called the top reversal down on the Dow, which we did, and if you don't have that history, go to stockmarketpending.com. We called this move up here before it happened. Because we did. And you should pay attention to it. And not only that, we're going to teach people how to understand when bottoms are put in. And what is the characteristic of bottom? Here's the top that we called. Go back to the dates. Not only that, I'll be happy to show you. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't be showing you. And if you don't care about yourself, well, there's nothing I can do about that either. This was back on 429. I started calling the high over here back on 422, 423 on the weekend. I did charts, and I said we could come back, and I got those charts, and that we were, everybody wanted to be in the market. 90% overbought on the daily, and you had to come down. Well, now what I want to do is make sure that the public understands just the opposite of this move, but they understand the characteristics of how a bottom is put in. Not just on the Dow, and I'll do these other NASDAQ 100, I'll do the comp, and I'll do the S&P 500. I'm happy to do it. And basically, you get sold out. The short side of the market gangs up. So all the short sellers come in. They get all in and all in and all in. But then, when that bottom is put in and a bunch of buyers come in and the shorts stop working, they got to buy back to cover. And that there are lots of different characteristics that go into putting bottoms in markets. This is just the beginning of what I'm telling you. Have a good day. Pay attention. Go to stockmarketfunding.com. Go back and see what we said from day one.